So we're trying to explain, you know, how you've been able to build. What's the highest octave you can take?
I can get to the 6th octave. Absolutely, my highest note would be around E6 and F6.
Goodness me. For those,
Which one shatters the glass? Sorry.
yeah, which one is
That's really
very high.
But it's not Mariah high.
no, it's
No,
not.
Not Mariah high. But
She
it's
shatters
Beyonce high. It's Beyonce high.
Kinda.
It's good. Oh,
Is it
nice.
Christina Aguilera high?
Yeah, in that league.
In that range.
Ah,
Amazing. Okay, so now,
Yeah.
right, before we actually go, let's talk about competition now. You went in, decided to audition, and then you got in, right? And then the situation where you have the judges turn. So I want to know where your head was at the point you started singing, before they started turning, and then the change in confidence, if any, by the time you had 4 judges turned and then one of them standing.
Okay, usually when going for stuff like this, you don't know what your fate is.
Yeah.
I was asked beforehand, how many turns are you expecting? And I confidently said 4, right?
Yeah.
So, but I was so nervous. It gets to a point where you begin to sing from a place of anxiety. Come on, nobody has turned yet.
Yes,
But what
yes.
saved me was Niola, my coach eventually, turned at the beginning.
Was that why you picked her? Because she turned first.
No. You know, but in that moment, I was like, okay, one person has turned.
Oh,
There's
okay.
absolutely nothing to lose anymore.
Yeah.
So I became more relaxed.
Speaking of Neola, I believe, you know, she during the competition, she she went off the show for a bit.
Yes.
Okay, so you had to change coaches.
Yes, to Ice Prince.
Okay.
Okay, did that shake, did that disturb your...
It did.
the delivery?
It did at first. We all know that Ice Prince is more into the Nigerian kind of music, and that's not where I shine.
Yeah.
Okay.
So at first, when we heard the news that Niola was going to be replaced because she couldn't be available, I was scared.
Okay.
In fact, that particular week, which was the night I performed If You're Not the One by Down Your Bedding.
Wow.
Okay.
My other colleagues, most of them were doing Nigerian songs. So I was like, oh no. And one of us had to be saved,
Yeah.
you know, off the voting for the next round. And I had to literally pray. I'm like, God, I don't know what you want to do. And I was saved eventually.
Okay, so did that shake you? Because you mentioned it shook you, the fact that it shook you, the fact that you were the only one singing something different from the normal Nigerian song. So did you experience that a lot during the course of the competition?
I did. There was a lot of pressure to fit into, because part of what we get to experience are criticisms from people on social media. You know, they're like, oh, he never steps out of his comfort zone, always singing slow songs, you know. But in my headspace, I'm like, this is a platform that gives me the opportunity to show myself to the world. Yeah. Why do I go there and show somebody else?
Okay, fantastic.
You get
Now, your voice, the delicate nature of your voice right now, it reminds me of a young Michael. Have you heard this before?
Yes.
Young Michael
A lot of
Jackson.
times.
But is this because of the training, or is this deliberate? Are you deliberately training your voice to stay that?
This is my natural texture.
Okay.
Yes, I'm what you would classify in the classical world as a countertenor singer. These are males that are predisposed to sing higher than normal. So that's why my voice is this way.
This is an advantage for you?
Yes.
Definitely is. I mean, he won the voice. So let's talk about do you have any particular diets, or what are the foods you need to stay off, or what are the things you need to do to preserve your voice?
There are lots of things. For starters, stay away from oil.
Oh.
Right. Yes, it has a way of dampening the fluidity and flexibility of the voice. Sugar.
Sugar.
It coats the voice, you know. But do I follow those things?
Not
I'll be
often.
lying if I say it. It's Nigeria. We don't have, you know, much. Even if we do, you'd need a lot of funds to afford that kind of diet. So.
All right, then. Now we're going to be taking a quick break, and we'll be back. And it would be nice for us to play a game, don't you?
Yes, of course, definitely.
Ooh, we're going to be
not a
playing a
singing
game with you. It is a singing game. Of course, it's a singing game.
Yes.
Okay, we know our winner already. We need to go on.
Stay with us.